Assalamu alaikum. So are you ready, kids, for today's story? Today, I will tell you a story. A story about a man who loved Allah and Allah loved him. Once there was a man named Ibrahim, peace be upon him, a man who loved Allah more than anyone or anything in the world.
Oh, wait. Was he a prophet?
Yes, he was, and he lived in a place where people had forgotten Allah. They worshipped statues made of stone and wood.
Really? But how can someone worship something they made with their own hands?
Exactly. That's what Ibrahim, peace be upon him, thought too. One day, he looked at his people and said, "Why do you worship what you carve, when Allah is the one who created you?"
So, did they listen to him?
No, they became angry. They said, "Our fathers did this before us. Who are you to tell us what to do?" But Ibrahim, peace be upon him, didn't give up. He kept calling them to Allah, with wisdom, with patience, and with truth.
So what did he do next?
One night, when the people went to a big festival, Ibrahim, peace be upon him, went to their temple. Inside, there were many idols standing in rows. He looked at them and said, "Why do you not speak? Why can't you help yourselves?" Then he took an axe and broke all the idols, except the biggest one.
He left one? Why?
He hung the axe on its shoulder and left. When the people came back, they were shocked. They shouted, "Who did this to our gods?" And someone said, "We think it was that young man, Ibrahim, peace be upon him."
Uh-oh, he's in trouble now.
They brought him before the king, who was called Namrud. The king said, "Did you break our gods, Ibrahim? Peace be upon him?" Ibrahim, peace be upon him, looked at the big idol and said, "Ask him. Maybe he did it."
But the idol couldn't talk.
Exactly. The people said, "You know they cannot speak." Then Ibrahim, peace be upon him, said, "So why do you worship something that cannot speak, see, or protect itself? Worship Allah, the one who created you and everything around you."
That must have made the king really angry.
It did. Namrud shouted, "Light a huge fire. Throw him into it." The people built the biggest fire anyone had ever seen. The flames reached the sky. They tied Ibrahim, peace be upon him, with ropes and placed him in a catapult.
That's so scary.
And as they prepared to throw him, something amazing happened. There was a small bird flying above, holding a few drops of water in its beak. Another animal, a lizard, was down below, blowing at the fire to make it stronger.
A bird? A lizard? What could they do?
The lizard wanted the fire to burn hotter. Its heart was full of hate. The bird wanted to save Ibrahim, peace be upon him, even though it was tiny and its water was small. Someone asked the bird, "Do you think you can put out that fire with a few drops of water?" The bird said, "No, but Allah will not ask me about the size of the fire. He will ask me about my effort. My intention is to help his prophet."
Subhanallah. The bird knew that its effort mattered, yes. And that's the difference between the bird and the lizard. The lizard's breath made no difference to the fire, but its intention was evil. The bird's water made no difference to the flames, but its intention was pure. And Allah sees what is in every heart.
That's powerful.
Then, when the fire was ready, they threw Ibrahim, peace be upon him, into it. He said, "Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is enough for me, and He is the best protector." And Allah said, "O fire, be cool and safe for Ibrahim. Peace be upon him." The flames turned soft, the ropes burned away, and Ibrahim, peace be upon him, stood in peace, as if surrounded by a garden.
The fire couldn't burn him.
That's right. Because when someone trusts Allah completely, even fire becomes peace. When the people saw this miracle, they were amazed. Some began to believe, but the king still refused to accept the truth.
He must have felt embarrassed.
Yes. But Ibrahim, peace be upon him, didn't argue anymore. He simply walked away, knowing Allah was always with him. He said, "I will go to where my Lord commands me, for He will guide me."
He must have been very brave.
He was. And that's why Allah made him one of the greatest prophets, the father of many generations, and a friend of Allah, Khalilullah.
A friend of Allah. That's the best title ever.
It truly is. And do you know what we learn from the story of the bird and the lizard?
That Allah cares about what's inside our hearts?
That even small efforts matter, if the intention is good, right?
Exactly. Allah will not ask us about how big the fire was, but what we tried to do for His sake. So always keep your intentions pure, do your best, and leave the results to Allah.
If you liked this video and want more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and do not forget to like this video so more people can watch it and learn valuable lessons from it. Until next time, Jazakallah khair.